Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Charlie, and welcome to Airport CEO. Enough of you guys have asked me to give this a try, and quite frankly, I looked at it a long time ago, and it just didn't have what it took to keep me. There's a lot of games out there that just don't quite have what it takes to like just keep me hooked on it. But there's enough interest from you guys that I'll give this another shot, and I know that it has had some updates since I went ahead and did it. There's a turnaround update, looks like, Big Bird update, the R&D update, and the terminal update. So lots and lots of like little updates have come to the game since I last tried it. So for that reason, all right, fine. Let's give it a try. Maybe I'll be hooked again. Who knows? We're going to start a new adventure. And of course, I am male, so I'll just go ahead and have somebody that looks a little bit like me. I'm pretty much pale as hell, so let's do that. And I don't know about my hair, man. Why don't we just, I don't know, like, we'll leave it, let's leave it a little unkempt like this. Why not? I think this is all very presidential and whatnot, so let's go with it. We're going to go with Charlie. There we go. Let's hit continue, and we get to choose the nearest city for our airport. And I'm going to choose pretty much as close to me as possible on the map. So if anyone's like, where does Charlie live? Well, it's like right about in this general vicinity, in this area here near Detroit. So that's where we are gonna go, near Detroit. All right, that's our location. And the airport name is gonna be Char's International, no, let's just do Char. Char International Airport. Or as we like to call it, CIA. Great. And then I'm gonna go ahead and choose a little icon, and let's go with this one, because it looks like you're in prison. I don't know. He might be thinking like, you know, I said today was gonna be Prison Architect Day, and yeah, just to deviate really quick for those who are familiar with the channel, we were supposed to be doing Island Bound Prison Architect today. They have delayed the release of their DLC until June 23rd, so I won't be able to show you what I've been building until June 23rd. So I need something to go in the interim, and this is gonna be it. So for the management mode, I've never actually played this like full on. I mean, I've done some tutorial stuff, but other than that, I haven't really played this full on. So I'm not entirely sure I want to be like going extreme. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with, I think. I don't think a million's quite enough. I'm going to go with moderate this time, because again, it's like a first playthrough kind of thing, and I'm just kind of giving it another chance to see if it hooks me, all right? So let's go ahead and launch. All right, so it took forever to load the map. This is where we're starting. We got a little plot here, and we can expand 1, 2, 3, and 4 tiles out that way. There is this little introduction that's going to be kind of popping up at us, and I could go through that, but I think I've kind of gone through it enough, and I'm gonna try my best at just skipping it all together. If I want to bring it back, I can always hit H, and it will tell me sort of the next in the tutorial in the process, if you will. So we'll look at that later. So you're gonna start with basically just this road, and the road has these little areas here. This is the transit structure. Sorry, this is a small delivery site transit structure. This is the small delivery site, and this right here is the small contractor transfer. Basically, this is where we're going to get our deliveries, and this is where we're going to get our contractors to get down. Now, we can also flip what side this comes in on. I wish I could, however, move this to the other side of the road if I choose. I'm not able to do that, so it's kind of weird how it shows up on this side, since cars are going to have to like cross the road into it, and that sometimes holds up traffic, but it is what it is. Now, one thing I like about this, and potentially could get a little disorienting, is that it does let you actually flip the map, which is not like some of the other games we've played before, like RimWorld, Prison Architect, etc. You can't really flip the map in those, but you can in this. So that's going to be a little bit. In fact, I am going to start with this view as our primary view, because this is sort of like the area where we can really get to expanding. Actually, you know, I'm kind of thinking this side now, because we can get to expanding down here later. We're going to start with $2 million, and we just got a welcome to the airport email. So we're going to go through this a little bit about the interface and the controls. I don't find them as intuitive as I wish they were, and that was one of the things that kind of put me off to the game before. We're going to give it another shot right now. I'm going to be as objective as I possibly can. So down at the bottom, you have speed controls, of course. You have the date, the time, the year, and all the date stuff. It's fine. We have a whole bunch of different build tools here. And we've got other types of information at the bottom, such as how many passengers we have, staff, baggage, aircraft. We have different types of satisfaction ratings that we can look at a hover's notice, if you will. And any type of messages, our money, our current profit loss, and overall, just like we can get into management panel stuff. At any point in time, you just hit tab and you get into pretty much the bulk of what you're going to be interacting with as a CEO. Okay, so we have the email tab. Operations, we're going to be spending a little bit of time in here. Economy, we're going to be spending a little bit of time in here when it comes to getting our contracts, and we are going to want to get one right away. So this is Brickley and HWY. These are construction contracts, or contractors basically. They're going to be used to build our stuff. Maximum number we can borrow in this case, or hire in this case, is 130 of them, and we will be charged $5.90 per contractor per hour, which is actually really, really cheap. I'm just saying. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just sign these guys on, because we are going to need a contractor to get started here. And going into operations, I'm going to go ahead and let's say, I don't know if we really need all of them, do we? I'm not sure we need all of them, but I keep holding shift to do 10, not control. Let's start by hiring 80. We'll get 80 of them in here. That's probably nice. And what we want to do is sort of like plan out where our stuff's going to go. But I think the first thing, and probably the most important thing to figure out, is where we want our runway to go. So I'm going to say for this, the runway can probably just go back here. We'll probably put it as far this way as we can. So I'm thinking like something like this, like as far over here as possible for the time being. So how about like right up against the edge of the map here too, I think. I don't think there's any reason to leave any space. So I'm going to just pop it in right there. That's where the runway is going to be. Now, the runway needs a taxiway, because planes need to, of course, taxi to the runway, and then off. Once they land, they need to come around too. So for the taxiway, we're going to want to grab the taxiway foundations. And I'm going to go all asphalt on everything right now. I think I have enough money to afford that. One of the conditions for that, as a lot of you guys who know when I play these types of games, is ongoing maintenance is always something that I'm considering more than fixed cost. And you can see construction costs for the asphalt, for this I'll go to the runway here. A small runway. Here we go. The asphalt construction cost is $150,000, with the operating cost being $200,000. The grass one is $100,000 construction cost. Notice it's $50,000 less, but it's $300 operating cost. So the operating cost of this one is 50% higher than the asphalt one. I can only assume that's because you have to keep the softer ground maintained and the lawn cut and things like that, or dirt, I don't know. You have to keep that stuff maintained to where asphalt will kind of keep a little bit more securely. That's the only thing I can think of in terms of why that would be. So I'm going to take, and by the way, just for so everyone knows right away, I know like almost nothing about aircrafts as far as like airports. Like I'm building planes, sure, I know some basics, but like how airports operate, I just go with it, man. I'm just like, yeah, this will work. This is how it works. So I need the runway entry and exit. And I think I'm going to go, these little slant ones are kind of cool, but they cost a little bit more. They don't cost as much to maintain, though. If I could pull this one off, like having this one go in something like, yeah, something like this, right? If we can come in like that, that'd be kind of nifty. So there's on that side. And then we're going to go on this side over here. Ooh. Yeah, right here. I think so. Or since they're going slower here, maybe having them go straight on is better on this. You know what? Let's go straight on this side, but we're going to use this little angled one on this side. Also, there's like no music going. Did I shut that off or something? Because it seems like there's just like no music in this game. That's a little bit weird. Okay. It's very silent. It's like pitched, like real silent. I don't know if I can even, like, I'm not going to be able to come up with, you know, music that plays underneath this consistently, but maybe I'll try and find something. Oh, right. Why does that always happen? Why does it always happen that when I mention something doesn't exist, it just exists? I willed it into existence. Okay. Okay, so we've got the runway, the entrance, and the exit. We're gonna mark those once they're built. Don't worry. And I want to get all that stuff sorted before I start doing the buildings, because this is the really big stuff you can't be flexible with. The building you can be very flexible with. So this here I want to get wrapped up. So I'm gonna take aircraft, and we're gonna go with taxiway foundations. And I'm just gonna make a taxiway that goes like this for now. Pretty simple stuff. It's just a nice thin road. It takes planes around it. You know, you might want, honestly, you might want a way for planes to pass by each other. Possibly. We'll just go a little bit wider with this. It might be a waste of space, but I think we got plenty of room, honestly. All right, get our hands dirty. Let's get started with the airport construction. Blah blah blah. I know this. We're gonna go silent mode on this so it doesn't bug me. But I am gonna want to prompt this. If I ever forget anything, I'm gonna hit H, and I'm gonna prompt this open so I can see it. Oh, it's raining. All right, we got our contractors coming. But see what I mean? Like, it should be on the other side of this road, because now we're in the way of the deliveries to get in. And if it was all on the right side, you could get that stuff out of the way. I wish they wouldn't have done that, but there's not really an effective way to move it without costing extra money. All right, so what I think I'm gonna do, well, actually I might have been able to just choose what side it goes in on, and then maybe it would have like crossed the road into like that. Then have to cross the road twice instead of only crossing it once. I don't know, it doesn't matter. All right, so they're hopefully gonna come up here and build this. And then what I'm gonna need from here is we're gonna need some of these airport stands. All right, some of these airplane stands. Now the stands are going to we need to get them sort of by our terminal. And so for the time being, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get them to be, how big do I want my terminal to be? Let's look at that, because I can actually be more flexible now that I've got that sorted out. Let's plan out our terminal just a little bit. We don't have a whole lot of money, so we do want to get to like commercial aircraft as soon as possible. Terminal. Okay, so this is like the build menu stuff. I'm not really digging how they laid this out, but we'll go ahead and just make do. So this is the terminal foundation. All this stuff is here. I kind of feel like we should have a sidewalk, but the sidewalk should be not in line with this stuff, but like on the side of this stuff. So I think I'm gonna do a 2-wide sidewalk, and we'll start the building here. And then I also want room for parking. And for the parking, I might go on the side, but there's a lot of room to expand on this side. We'll probably have several different terminals, several different airports, so... Right, I think what we'll probably do is, let's start off, just for now, with a building right here. No, this is the foundation. Yeah, we're gonna put walls on the foundation, so... we'll have the terminal be... I don't know how big I want this for now. Why don't we have it be something like the main terminal will be about here. Let's say it's pretty big, but I mean, it's an airport, right? And then this will be sort of the main area. It's not secured. This is sort of where everybody is, where everybody does things. Let's go ahead and let this run. We're also going to want a staff area in here too. And I know that's can all be incorporated in the same place. And I probably could get away with it here, but I'm going to put another little area right here. That's just going to be kind of off to the side for staff areas. And once again, we're not doing, I'm not going to be like a stickler for symmetry or anything. So, and then I think we'll probably have the roadway while they're building this stuff. We'll probably get the road to come out, let's say from this side all the way over here should be good. And then we'll leave a little bit of space. Is it necessary to leave space? I don't know. What I'm looking for is the vehicle checkpoint. Vehicles enter, access the airside area. It's used for transport, transitioning between public roads and service roads. So effectively, this is for mostly service vehicles to run through, and it's a checkpoint to make sure that no civilians are stopping or just like walking in here, right? I'm gonna leave a little bit of space here, I think, just in case I want to do something there, and I'm gonna go and maybe put this like right here, just in case. I don't know, maybe. You can never have too much space, you know. We're gonna put public road up to there. And then from this point on, it'll be a service road, which will take them all the way up to this area, right? So the service road will, of course, be where service vehicles, fuel trucks, things like that will all be over back in here. Now for this terminal, we're also gonna have a secured area, obviously. And for that secured area, I'm thinking maybe we just have it be, it doesn't have to be super big, right? So like maybe like this for now. It's one of those for now sorts of things. And then back here will be where all of our aircraft stands are. So aircraft stands should be directly up against the terminal. And I'm gonna put it like right here, right on the edge. This gives me the optimum, like if I put this right on the edge, I can get the most possible desks in here, like ticketing desks and stuff. Boarding desks, I think they're called. And I'm gonna put in, let's say 5 of these suckers. So 5 of these wonderful terminals. If I do this one, I can get 6. I might as well get 6 out of it. Okay, now these aircrafts, right? They're all gonna come in here, and they're gonna to land, and then they're gonna whip in here. And initially, we don't have a commercial license, so initially we're gonna want to provide for just general aircrafts, right? We're not gonna be making a whole lot of money with commercial air flight yet. These general aircrafts, these are like, you know, private owners who just want to land and then they want to refuel and get back out where they're going, right? More like private little Cessnas and stuff. They're going to need fuel. So we're going to have a service vehicle, not this one, vehicle depot. Here it is. We're going to want a vehicle depot. And I made this sort of this shape here like this for a little bit of a reason. We're going to have this vehicle depot. It's going to come in about, I think we're going to put it right about here. Yeah, I go too wide just so they can whip around it. Yeah, let's do like a too wide so they can whip around it. So we'll put the vehicle depot right about here. And then we're going to want this fuel station. And this is for the small AV gas 100 LL. And this is sort of like your introductory fuel that you're going to be providing for your planes. And by my planes, I mean their planes. But they're going to want to fuel their trucks. Now, I'm thinking, I got to figure out which direction this comes in on. But I think putting this fuel right about here, if I just stick it into like this, it should be okay, actually. Although I might want to expand later, but this is like a really small terminal. So, and then we can also potentially have more back on this side. So I think because this is a small terminal, I'm going to put it right here across the road from it. Seems good. Last thing I want to make sure I have are two other things. The first is I want to make sure I have a tower. This is air traffic control tower, very important. And the tower, we're just going to have it stick kind of back here. And then the weather station, which is going to help us in determining whether or not we're going to have bad weather or not. I'm going to stick that right next to air traffic control. No big deal. Final thing to do then are service roads. So we're going to have our infrastructure. We're going to look at, where is it? Service roads right here. And the service roads are going to run up this way. I'm going to bring them across like this. I don't know how that will compute, but this is just one big giant road, and I'm okay with that. It may not have been the best idea to... I might want to move this. I'm debating on whether or not this is the best placement. You know what? I'm going to just leave it alone. It'll be fine. Because as we expand over this way and we start getting other stuff here, because this terminal is kind of locked down now, right? There's not a whole lot of room to expand it this way. But that's okay. This is our first terminal, and it's a small one. And it's going to be a small one. Okay. So the next bit here is we need more taxiway. So this is the taxiway foundation, and we're going to have the taxiway foundation laid in all across here like this. This is where these aircrafts are going to kind of pull themselves in to one of these 6 little stands. They're actually not that little if you look at how big people are. They're actually pretty big stands. But they're for small planes, right? And that's the point. So let's get the airport all done here. Now, this is really wide open. You're going to notice like there's a whole lot of space here. And that's because I also want to have a place for people to just stop their cars and let people out. So we're going to put in a couple of these little like car stops so people can stop their car and, you know, just drop off their luggage or drop off their loved ones, say bye, and then leave, right? That kind of thing. I'm also going to want some taxi stops. And I'm going to put the taxi stops also kind of in this same area. Then there's going to be a bus stop. Because bus is good too. This is $2,000 bucks, but I think it's really important. The bus stop, we're going to have this. You know, actually, let's do this. Take these taxiways away just for a second. We'll put the bus stop in first. We're going to put it on this side. We're going to stick it right... I need a crosswalk for these guys, that's why. I'm thinking I'm going to go like this. Put the bus station here. No, because I don't want them to... like the bus is going to come here and then they're going to come out of the bus and go that way, basically. So they come out of the bus and they cross the road right here. There's a little bit of it's a really silly mechanic in this game, or it's a really silly requirement in this game, but, you know, like I said, there's a bunch of stuff I find silly about this game sometimes. 1, 2, 3. It looks like this is the sidewalk. We might be able to extend this down a bit more, because it looks like these are coming with a sidewalk. Anyway, sidewalk is going to be like this. Yep. And then there's going to be a crosswalk. Big, thick one. Right there. And that is going to be where people are going to end up crossing the road. We're also going to want to get... Let me see. Where is... I can never find what I'm looking for, man. Terminal. We could extend the terminal down like this. And maybe make our like initial checkouts or, you know, information desks and stuff like right in the front. How about we... I know it's here somewhere. Just road. Not road. It's the sidewalk. Yeah, it's still the sidewalk. Go this way. Okay. So why I needed to do this is because your staff, it's got this really silly mechanic in this game where the builders are the only ones in the whole game that can walk, at least it seems like anyway, the only people that can walk on grass. Everyone else needs a walkway. So if I hire staff and they can't, this track is kind of fire, isn't it? If I hire them and I don't leave a walkway here, they're just gonna sit here in the bus stop and not do anything. It's kind of silly. All right, you know what? Maybe I do want a whole bunch of builders. I think I've decided that I want all the builders I can get. So let's bring them in. Let's bring in more builders. We got more stuff to do, folks. Let's go. Like how they just all pile off this bus. How do they all fit in there? I have actually seen a video where somebody did like, I don't remember who it is. Somebody did like, I know, 1 million contractors and froze their game. And it was just like people coming out of a bus for an hour or something. An employee can't reach their job site. Make sure it's accessible through walls. All right, so this person's trapped inside. No big deal. So with this being the main walkway, I'm going to have the front doors incident tracker Arlinda Clemendi, person. Employee can't reach their job site. Oh, okay. Incident not resolved. I'm taking care of it right now. We're going to do these really large doors. The really large doors in the front, right there. And I think it's probably a good idea to also have some more doors on this side. So let's put it like right here, I guess. And no more doors on this side. This will just be the 2 front doors we have for the airport. With those doors, they should be able to get out now. Yeah, cool. All right, so this is eventually going to be a secure area. And I'm not sure I can mark that. I need a staff room first so I can start researching. So this is going to be sort of like our staff area. And I think it's way too big, to be honest. So I am going to use as little of it as possible. But I've marked it here just so that I have it for later. So this is going to end up being a staff zone. And we're just going to kind of do that for now. The staff zone. Oh, we need a bathroom as well. We could do... How about we have like a bathroom? Let's say there's a bathroom here and a bathroom here. Are these the same size? 9x7, 9x7. Okay. I mean, I don't care if they are, but if they are, then that's fine. I'm not gonna like change it for the sake of sticking it to symmetry. I'm not gonna necessarily do that right now. So we're gonna have walls in here too. And this will be like a men's and women's bathroom. And then on the inside of this, we'll put in the door that gets people to like their staff areas, right? All right, for the staff zones, we're gonna want office desks so that we have researchers. And this is gonna have to be placed, of course, inside a staff zone. So, and I think we'll just go ahead and we'll have the desks be there. Oh, why isn't this? Are you? Oh wait, hold on. Did I mark this as a? I think I marked it as a staff zone instead of a staff room. Wait. I should be able to put a desk in here, but it wasn't letting me. Okay, now it is. Weird. Oh, all right. So let's put this in the corner. We're gonna say desk there, 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 and you know what? We'll do one more. And then inside this area, we also want to have some seating. And I think I'm just going to use some regular old sofas. Yeah, these modern sofas. And for the time being, let's just put the sofas kind of like, I don't know, maybe here. I'm not sure how many staff are going to want to use the area, but we're just going to do that for now. There's also a table... Practical place for passengers to place items on while they're eating or resting. Cool. And a laptop table. Oh, with charger outlets and stuff. I like it. All right, we'll look at laptop and stuff later. For now, though, we want to make sure our bathrooms are good. So let's get that going. We're just going to go like this. That should be fine for now. And the other side, we'll do the same. About there. Let's go one more. Now, the upkeep for a toilet, the construction cost is $5, but there's no ongoing maintenance. For the urinal, it's $250, so it's half the cost now, but you have an operating cost, ongoing operating cost. I'm going to take the toilets because no ongoing maintenance. So I'm not going to include urinals in these. The sink, it's a fixed cost, no ongoing maintenance. The hand dryers have maintenance. And so I'm going to try to limit how many of those there are, but I'm just going to stick some sinks in here. And we'll just put a hand dryer, you know what, like next to... Hang on. There. Put a hand dryer next to the sinks. This is okay. Yeah, whatever. And then the final bit we're going to do here is we're going to have the doors there and there. And then inside these bathrooms, we want to mark these. So this one here, for example, we could say that this is the women's room, and this one here is the men's room. Okay, there we go. Now they're putting in the desks. The desks, I'm gonna need, I need people. I need researchers for this. So we're gonna hit tab. We're gonna go over to the staff tab, and we're gonna go to applicants, and we're gonna look for administrators. Each of these have a low skill If they have a low skill, they charge less per hour. If they have a high skill, they charge more per hour. I'm also going to want a CFO pretty quickly here, but I don't want a bad one. Paying my CFO $5 an hour seems pretty bad. Let's go ahead and get a skill filter. And there's a chief operating officer, not bad. I might be able to get away with, that's not a bad one. Let's grab that one. And the CFO's a little bit better. She's being paid $31 an hour. I can pay a fixed flat fee to have her trained more. But I would rather just get one that's better out of the gate, to be honest. Let's get this administrator. That's one. Let's get, are there any other decent administrators? I might have to wait. Auto assign to terminal a higher, no. I think I might have to wait till I have better ones, but I really need administrators now. Looks like they kind of cycle through. Can I have a really good, can I get like a really good CFO to appear? I don't think I want to hire anyone that has lower skill than what this right here is. We'll need a service technician. We'll probably need a janitor, but we don't need this stuff yet. I think I'm going to take Rana as a CFO, and I might train her. Although it may be more expensive. Sometimes you can get away with, like, you can get someone with a decent skill that's not charging you much per hour. That can sometimes happen. I'm actually wondering how... Oh, hang on. Oh, you guys. Right. Okay, so how do we want this laid out? I'm thinking we'll probably do information desks here. Maybe two of them here. And then we'll have maybe some screens and stuff to show them where they are. We'll have checkout areas and then security checkpoints and then all the boarding desks. So if I went to... Oh, I can't go to desks yet. So I think this has locked it down to where I have to complete this stuff. Yeah, I think I have to complete this stuff before I'm allowed to keep building. So fair enough, I guess. We're gonna want to finish these, but they're not connected yet. So let's get that taken care of first. We want to do the taxiway path. Taxiway path is essentially the path at which we want planes to go. So in this case, I want planes to come, let's say down this way, all the way over this way, and through there. Then, connecting each of these runways, I want the planes to come on in and go from here. This will connect them to the taxiway, and it will ultimately lead them to all being valid, open stuff. So, we have the fuel depot. That's a thing. We're going to get that started too. We should be able to connect. We should be able to turn on flights now, I think. Operations, airports open. We should be able to open it up now. And then you are, it says you're closed, but I think it's just because you're turned off. So turn it on. You should be able to receive planes now, just at this basic operational level. We don't really need a terminal for the general flights and stuff. The terminal is really only for commercial flights. It says employees can't reach, right? I'm still doing this. Hang on. Let's just get rid of this for now. And then they can get where they need to go. They can stop bugging me with these pop-ups. All right, so we're going to need a contract for fuel, actually, because these guys are going to want to fuel their planes. So what I want to do is I need to buy a fuel truck. That's going to be this one. I'm just going to order the one fuel truck for now. And then we're also going to take a look at R&D projects, and I want to start a commercial license pretty much as soon as possible because I have administrators, and we're going to well, I have one administrator. I need at least two to research this, so I will have to hire another one. But before I do that, let's go to the economy tab. I'm going to go to offered contracts, and we're going to want to find the best fuel deal we can find. And Fuel and Go is a 4-star deal for us. Same thing with MEX-Z Avi Fuel. From what I can tell, these star deals are basically how good it is for us. As far as I can tell, that's the way it is. For example, Fuel and Go will charge us $1 per liter and the Jetta 1 aviation fuel for 0.2 per liter. They can deliver 800,000 liters per delivery, right? But the Zip Fuel one will charge us $1.60 per liter, and the Jetta 1 aviation fuel for 0.4 per liter, and they can only deliver 200. So they're going to give us at most, they're going to be able to give us less fuel, and they're going to charge us a lot more for it. So Fuel and Go seems like the right call here. These guys are basically the same. So I'm going to go ahead and sign a deal with Fuel and Go. And there we go. Okay. So we should be able to, and what's the reason for that, you might say? Well, we need a fuel truck so that when these planes land, as they're going to start doing soon, when they land, they're going to want to refuel their planes. We can charge them for the fuel. This fuel depot, this is the reason for it. This is going to store our fuel, and I actually don't know if I like this. This looks weird. Doesn't it look weird? I feel like this just looks weird. Why don't we just kind of go bop, 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 bop. I think that will make me feel better when I'm looking at it, I think. This little ziggy, ziggy, zag, zag thing it's doing. I don't know if I like that. Let's see if I like this flow better. Just something, you know? Just like, you can go one direction around this. Although they probably will go two different directions. I don't know. I gotta see how they flow. Okay, so it looks like he's gonna go in this way. I'm okay with that. If he's gonna... Well, is he gonna go like this? Because that's okay with me. In any case, we can provide fuel now. So I think all we're doing now is we're waiting for general aviation to come in. So what we want to do is turn on the fuel service, and we want to enable allow for general aviation. There it is. Turn that on. And that's it. That's what we wanted to do. See, sometimes you gotta hit this thing to remind yourself when you're first learning how to do this game. All right, I put that away now. So now we'll allow general aviation flight, and now the planes will all come in, and we'll start having our very first planes landing, and we have the bones for our terminal setup. But our administrators are not going to be able to get to the building. He's going to stand here and do nothing because he doesn't have a sidewalk. So I am going to have like this double entrance. We do that in the United States actually quite a bit. And I'm going to do the same thing. Why am I not able to... Wait, why am I not able to do terminal foundation? Is it... What? Why is this not like a single... Whoa. Is terminal foundation always that way? You know what? Never mind. It's fine. We'll go about like this, I think. Let's call... I may actually want another door over here eventually, so let's just kind of do one of these numbers. There we go. And now these guys can get in now because it's connected to the sidewalk. It's silly. It's really silly. All right, let's go ahead and put that door in and put that door in, and we'll put... I'll probably put a door in over here too. Why not? Let people come on in in multiple directions. It's fine. I want to get... these are marked as bathrooms? Yes, they are. Okay. And then now our administrator can come in and work. But we still need another one. So let me see if I can hire another staff member right now. I need another administrator. You're good. You're an applicant, right? Yes. Hire. Okay, that's going to allow us to get things that we want to get done. If there's one more, I'm going to take this one too. All right, 3 administrators is great. Now, once we have three administrators, we can go back to operations, R&D, and assign all 3 of them to this project. They're responsible for the research. And once we get more and more people, we could start getting, project groups and stuff, multiple project groups. Now I'm paying all these guys per hour, and that sounds terrible. And I don't really need this many people anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and let's go to our construction staff. And I am going to go ahead and dismiss like half these guys. So let's get send like 70 of them home, because I don't need that many anymore. All right. So basically how this works, in case you couldn't figure it out, is regular service vehicles will come in on this side, and then they can, of course, get checked, make sure you're authorized to go through, and then they're able to enter in here and do all the things they need to do. I really do wish this was paved. It seems weird that this is all grass, but I can't pave it. It won't let me. Ooh, the fuel truck's on its way because we have planes. We have planes. And they are paying us to be here. Isn't that nice? They're also going to buy some fuel from us, which is good too. Okay, so let's set up our terminal if the game will let me. And I think it wants me to wait till all these to go. I think even if you skip the tutorial, it still makes you do all this stuff in this order, which I guess I'm okay with because it doesn't want you to go bankrupt really quick. But I feel like as the airport CEO, I should, have control of that. I should be able to say what's what, all right? I like these utility buildings too. They're general structures that give your tarmac area a proper airport look, but they don't do anything. Like, they don't really help you in any way. So, like this right here, safety device that redirects blast from jet engines to avoid damage or injury. I could put this, for example, along this area here, just to provide some cover, some area for these planes, right? So you could go. I'm not gonna do it right now because it's a lot of money, but $6,000 each. I just pop these in here and make this whole little blast wall between the runway and the guys that are parked on the tarmac, Congratulations, first functional airport, good. And we're ready to offer fueling service, that's good. And now we need to refuel 5 planes, which, they're all parked in here now, so hopefully that means we will be doing it quickly. Our fuel truck is going around. And there we go. We now have the basic passenger flow configured, and soon the terminal will be buzzing with life. Before that, let's take care of your future staff. And now we can start doing decorative stuff, and we can start getting the terminal set up for passenger flights. But that is gonna be the next video. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. If you like these videos, give them a thumbs up. I've never played Airport CEO before, so this will be interesting. We'll see what you guys think of it. Take care. Bye-bye.